Have you ever looked at your child and wondered, they are so smart, why are they struggling? One of the questions I get from parents is, can my child have more than one learning disability? And the answer is yes, absolutely. In fact, many children don't just have one learning challenge, they may experience a mixture like dyslexia and ADHD or autism with speech delay. But here is the thing, this doesn't mean your child can't learn or succeed. It just means that their brain learns differently and they will need the right mixture of support. When we talk about multiple learning disabilities, we are describing a situation where a child has two or more diagnosed learning or developmental conditions that affect how they understand, communicate, or process information. Each condition overlaps differently, which makes it a bit more complex, but also means you can support the child better once we know exactly what is happening. Some of the common combination you might see with a child is dyslexia and ADHD. That is, the child reads slowly and struggles to pay attention or stay on task, which is very common in children in the classroom. Then the second is autism and sensory processing disorder. The child may avoid loud noises, bright lights, or tight clothing. Third is dyslexia and dyscalculia. This is difficulty with reading numbers or solving maths problem. We also have ADHD and dysgraphia. ADHD, is trouble focusing. Dysgraphia is trouble writing clearly. So a combination of trouble focusing and writing clearly is what a child with ADHD and dysgraphia might look like. So you might notice your child is bright and curious, but easily frustrated or avoid reading or writing tasks. That mixture of strength and struggles is often a sign that there is more than one learning difference at play. Why does getting proper diagnosis matter? Now, for you to support your child, you need to understand what's going on. And the only way for you to understand what is going on with your child is to get a professional diagnosis. This is very important. It is non-negotiable. I remember asking a parent to go for a psychological evaluation, and the parent thought I meant a child should go and do a psychiatric evaluation. And I had to explain over and over again that what I mean is a psychoeducational evaluation. They are two different things. A psychoeducational evaluation is meant to tell you what is going on. And once you know what is going on, you can create a plan that focuses on your child's strength and not just their struggle. In Nigeria, you can start by speaking to a school counselor like me, a behavioral therapist like me, or a clinical psychologist who is specialized in learning assessment. A full assessment helps you know whether it is dyslexia alone or dyslexia and ADHD. It also helps you to know whether it is autism alone or autism with sensory or speech challenge or something else in general. So once you know, you can build a personalized support plan for your child. Here are some simple steps you as a parent can take to support your child with multiple learning disability. The first is focus on their strength. Build on what your child enjoys and does very well. Identify it first. Build on it. That thing that they love to do in their natural state. They don't just do it, they enjoy doing it and they do it exceptionally well. Identify that thing, focus on it. Then second, use visual aid. This cannot be overemphasized. Visual aid like charts, pictures, and routines work wonders. You can't underestimate what a visual aid can do for you with children that have learning challenges or learning difficulties. The third is break learning into small steps. Use short, clear instructions when you are teaching a child with multiple learning disabilities or challenges. Don't bombard them with so many instructions. They might get confused by the way. And at every point that a task is completed, always give feedback, positive feedback to motivate the child to go for that into the next task. Then the fourth is collaborate with teachers. Collaboration with teachers is very, very key, because that child's diagnosis and their progress report, the teachers need to be aware of them so they can follow through those activities, those teachings, those milestones, behaviors that you have been able to establish with your child at home. It is only appropriate that they continue with them in the classroom. The school is where learning process takes place the most. So, in order to be able to assist your child in the classroom, collaborate with the teachers, share the child's diagnosis, share the progress report, where your child is, what the goal is, what you intend to achieve. Share it with the teachers so they will carry on in school when you are not there. Then the last but not the least, encourage, don't compare. Parents are very quick to compare their children with their counterparts. Why is this person doing this and you can't do this? Don't compare. You are meant to encourage your child. For every milestone they achieve, celebrate it. That way they feel comfortable, they feel supported. If you found this helpful, subscribe